0-0 draw at the City ground again. You mentioned earlier the handball. Ola Aina says the ball did not touch him in controversial decision. I mean, you've seen them given. You've seen them waved away potentially. Where do you stand on the
I must
penalty?
admit, when I saw it initially, I was 50-50. Now I've seen it in retrospect. It was a penalty. But you know what? I'm not even going to harp on about that too much. I was more concerned with our performance. I was disappointed. I must admit, much of my disappointment has dissipated now after the weekend's results because, we were 6 points ahead. Now we're 7, so it's hardly the end of the world. But there were some concerns there, notably our attacking play, the lack of goals.
You're not misfiring up front. You're going to one place, and what you're doing is saying, we've bought this guy who I thought was going to get 20 goals, and he ain't got it. That's not what's wrong. You're not creating like you used to create. Saka, the supporting cast for the striker, if you want to help Gyökeres out, okay? Trossard is doing his thing where he can. Martinelli's got one
Saka's
Premier League
not
goal.
helping him though, is he?
Saka's
really?
not got.
No,
Saka. I'm not gonna. No, I'm not. I don't think that the problem is that you just still haven't got the one guy who's just going to score 20. I'm looking at the amount. I'm looking at that game against Forest. Yeah. What did you really create? You had a header from.
Did you see the Martinelli?
Martinelli miss?
You had the Martinelli miss.
This
is what I'm saying.
This
is what I'm saying. So he could have scored that. He should have scored. You had the Martinelli miss. You had a who had the header? Was Saka. Saka come and had the header, forced a good save from Sales. What were the other real big opportunities where Arsenal come wave after wave after wave and Forest are under immense pressure? What's happening is a lot of teams are playing against you in these draws because it's not a catastrophe, but the level you was at to where you are now is that I think that a lot of teams are sitting in. They're finding a way. If the set piece thing ain't working, then what's really going on? So you got to look at Arteta to say you've got Eze. He's amazing. He can play off the front. He can get on the front.
Well
You've got Where's
Wanyeri?
Mate,
where's Wanyeri?
You've got the tools.
I don't really think it's fair to say about Eze not playing well. I don't feel like Eze's had.
That's not even that easy
massive.
a chance,
I don't think Eze's really had a
Go
fair
back. That's not actually
shot.
that much.
Let me say this on Eze.
Like consistently with Eze, I personally don't feel like it's a bit of a wasted signing for me. Like Eze obviously could have come to Arsenal wherever and gone and played week in week out. He's sitting on the bench a lot of the time.
No, but to be fair,
he's not doing enough.
No, but I personally don't think he's been given the opportunity
threw on goal, man.
I really don't.
His timing when I watched
I
him.
really
you forgot
don't.
to mention that one. Gyökeres as well. He should
Yeah,
have scored that.
Because he's crap. Your boy, he's not right. He's rubbish. He's not the level. You chose the wrong one.
No.
He is rubbish.
You chose the wrong one. I can say it.
was right there.
Who should we have chosen? Sesko? The one who couldn't even start.
Should've
You
got
know what?
Ekitike.
You know what though? No, but you know what?
Couldn't even start on
Sesko
side.
instead of him in your team.
Better.
Get a better output.
No, it's easy to say that. Listen,
He's so stiff. I don't think you played to his. I don't think you remotely played to his strengths. But either way, he's so stiff.
but whatever the
Tough first
permutations,
touch,
we can cut it up, talk about it however we want. The fact is, right,
should not be the answer.
we're not scoring enough goals. When you consider the amount of possession and
What a
dominance
save.
we have in games, we're not doing that sufficiently.
Here, let's say you don't win the league.
We will win the league.
Yeah,
We
but
will
let's
win
say
the league.
hypothetically you don't. Let's say
There's
hypothetically.
no hypothetical. We will win the league.
So then what's the problem?
What's the problem?
So what
Why
are you
do you
worried
need
about
it?
then?
Because I said we're fighting on four fronts. This
So-
is an excellent opportunity.
Right, well, go out of the Carabao
Don't
Cup
fight on
against
full
them, you'll
front,
be all right. You
Yeah.
don't need that.
Don't need
Fight
that.
and go out of the
Don't
FA
need
I
Cup.
told you to fight on all fronts. That's your
Exactly.
choice.
Focus on the ones you want to get.
I told you to fight on all fronts.
If you
the
don't
Rezzies out.
if you don't win the league for whatever reason,
Your
I do
third
not want to
team of
hear
seniors that you
your
can play.
fan. I don't want to hear your fans sit there and say you didn't have the tools and you didn't have enough. And in Jan you should have gone.
the year
on a
when you
striker.
had the tools.
It cannot run. It will not wash. Around this table, it
It
will
won't
not wash.
wash. It won't
It
wash.
will not wash.
On the penalty, I'm watching it back now.
It's nerves.
I don't think it.
That's
Flex, I don't think it's a pen because I think Jesus fouls Aina. He kicks him in the chest.
I don't think that actually connects.
Is
though.
that?
I don't think
He
that
still
actually
kicks him in the chest.
I don't think he actually makes contact with him.
No, he definitely does. You can see. Look.
Personally, I think too much is made of the penalty.
I wouldn't have given it.
You know that. I think too much has been made of the penalty.
Yeah.
Too much has been made of that because at the end of the day, it wasn't. For me, it wasn't Stonewall as
No,
well.
it wasn't a Stonewall.
It wasn't. So, and
Checks
listen,
and cleared, mate.
the players have to accept responsibility. I mean, I heard a lot of Arsenal fans going in on the manager. I don't agree with that either. I think that the team that he selected. In fact, I remember when we did the watch along downstairs on AFTV, we said, "Were we happy with the team?" Yes. This will
So
be
there was
enough
no
to be
Were you
excuses
happy you
then.
bought Gyökeres? Yeah. Were you happy you stole Eze from Spurs? Yeah. Were you happy you got Hincapié and Mosquera and all these guys? And yeah, he was happy with everything. Were you happy that when you had injuries, you had Madueke? Remember, Madueke should be starting ahead of Saka when he was on that thing.
Heard it
Everything was
all.
amazing.
Heard it all.
We can't do this. No, we're not going to allow you to do this.
Nope.
You're 7 points clear. You have a buffer. The Christmas thing's gone. I'll wait till Christmas. No, we're in mid-Jan now. We're in mid-Jan. We're heading towards February. This is where
you saying,
the
phase
cream rises to the top.
What you saying,
If you
flex?
want to be in the conversation for these big boy things. I'm saying, you see all these injuries we've had? It's a damn good thing that we got this really deep squad of
squad.
quality. Well done, Berta. Well done, Mikel. Well done, everyone. Yes, they've finally got their act together, because if this would happen last year, we couldn't deal with it. And last time we looked at the table, like you correctly say,
7 points.
you are 7 points clear.
He said
It's-
before they didn't ruin their weekend with what was it?
No,
The-
they
the
got an
lack
extra
Yeah,
of-
point.
if
They
anything,
gained.
if mathematically, you gained even further
was
away.
stronger.
So this has been a positive
what was the
weekend
word
for
that
Arsenal.
You used? Something like what was the
Extra,
word he
they
said?
could've
He said
brought
something before we started
You know it.
about capitalize.
Mm.
People
said
say
that's-
we didn't. People
yeah,
say
he said we did
capitalize.
actually.
We did.
Yeah.
You said we. You said verbatim we capitalized.
And technically, Matisse,
so what's the
he's
problem?
right. He's a
He's
point
not right.
further away than he was
Further
before.
away. So what's
So
the problem?
what is the issue?
Exactly.
But just to sum up, I was very disappointed, but it could have been worse.
Arsenal
been
walking.
Could have been worse.